The man saw a dangerous worm in his friend's apple. He immediately screamed and told his friend. However, his friend thought it was impossible for a fresh apple to have a worm. Yet, as soon as his friend took a bite of the apple, he caught sight of the worm inside. He was instantly terrified out of his wits. His friend curiously asked how he knew there was a worm inside. When the man opened his eyes again, he found that he had gained the ability of clairvoyance. Then his gaze swept across a jar. With his clairvoyance, he could tell that the jar was worth $1 million. He asked his friend how much this unremarkable jar was worth. His friend said he bought it for $100 and told him to take it for $50. He immediately took out $100 and gave it to his friend. His friend asked in surprise why he wanted the jar. He just smiled and walked away. The next day, he opened an antique shop by the roadside. A rich girl saw the jar and exclaimed that it looked very ancient. At this time, a bully came over, picked up the jar, and claimed that it belonged to him from then on. The man immediately stood up angrily and scolded the bully. The bully shouted at him for being so bold, and said it was just a useless jar. Right after that, a girl said she was willing to buy the jar for $1 million. This shocked everyone. The man gave the jar to her. The girl immediately cleaned the jar, and revealed its original appearance. Those present immediately realized that it was an expensive antique. After that, the man attended the birthday party of the school belle. A rich young man learned that the man had recently opened an antique shop. To humiliate him in front of everyone, the rich young man took out a stove and asked the man to appraise it. The man found that this stove had a history of at least 1,000 years. But when he told the rich young man immediately started laughing at him. Even the classmates didn't believe him. Then the rich young man asked the man if he dared to buy the stove for $50,000. The man agreed without hesitation. The school belle advised him not to be impulsive, but the man insisted on taking out his phone and transferring the money to the rich young man. The rich young man quickly gave the stove to him, and then couldn't help laughing out loud. He told the man that he actually bought this stove as a fake for $2. The man didn't respond and just silently took a sip of wine. At this time, the school belle's father also came here. Everyone was still laughing at the man for buying a fake. The school belle's father curiously picked up the stove to check. He immediately found that this stove was an expensive antique, so he immediately offered $10 million to buy it. The rich young man was stunned when he heard